Bravo secure.
What's up my beautiful muffins, my little cupcakes? I am back and let's talk about Call of Duty for once, shall we? Now Call of Duty is getting a lot of crap lately, as it does every single time it comes out. Now some of the criticism I can agree with, some of it I disagree with, and there is some of it I don't even consider criticism but blatant lies, bullshitting and just shit talking to be fair, and unfortunately that shit talking is the majority. But first, what do I agree with? Well, I don't just agree with the first point, it's actually what I strongly believe in. No video game should cost that freaking much. I don't care if it's The Witcher, the next Witcher game, better than all the previous Witchers combined, still not worth 80 fucking euros or dollars. I don't care if it's Human Revolution 2, the Humane Revolution, or any Bioshock or God of War. No video game should cost $80 or euros. It's just absurd. $60 is more than enough. It really is more than enough. Asking 80 is absolutely mind-blowing in my opinion. But that's the only issue with Modern Warfare 2 in my opinion, the price. You can call me a Call of Duty fanboy, and yes, I've played all of them, but Call of Duty isn't even in my top 10 video game franchises. I'm as much a Call of Duty fanboy as I am a Battlefield fanboy. But here's the thing, Modern Warfare 2 is a quality product and one of the best games of the year for sure. Give credit where credit is due, and I mean it really is fucking due here. Now, some people don't like how you unlock weapon pieces and skins in this game, but honestly that's subjective. You don't have to like it. I do. I love it because the game really makes you use all the different weapons, and I think that's nice. But let's talk about the badger in the oven, the cat in a box, the most spread criticism Modern Warfare 2 2022 gets the most. The one complaint you see the most often, especially on Steam, the game is not finished. Oh boy, is that a load of fucking bullshit or what? Alright, so let's dig in, shall we? You are paying for beta. The game is not finished. The game released with a full 8 to 12 hour campaign, 3 co-op missions, 8 multiplayer maps and 8 different game modes, 5th edition of Ground War, which is basically Conquest from the Battlefield games, and has vehicles in it, tanks, helicopters, cars, you name it. And there's also the invasion mode, which is just a huge 32 versus 32 TDM, but still a new, fresh and welcome mode to the Call of Duty franchise. So the game is not finished, really. What people are saying is that this is not enough content for a full release. That the full release is when season contents come out, the new maps, the new weapons and whatnot. But that's just stupid. 8 multiplayer maps and game modes with the addition of a full single player campaign and co-op missions is more than enough to justify releasing a product. That's more content than Call of Duty 4 had. Call of Duty 4 was the most famous and loved Call of Duty of all time. It still is. That's more content than any Battlefield game had on release. It has less co-op missions than the original Modern Warfare back in 2009. However, the scale of the missions, the length and depth of them is huge and not even comparable with the little 2 to 5 minute long missions in the OG MW2. Now I'm sure most of the complainers never actually played the OG MW2. New maps and new game modes and new weapons have always come later, even before the days of battle passes. In the good old days, Battlefield had expansion passes and expansion packs, and those were priced ridiculously. For new multiplayer maps used to cost 15 to 20 euros or dollars in Battlefield, which is criminal. It's an insane asking price for 4 multiplayer maps, and Call of Duty was the same. 4 maps used to cost 15 to 20 euros. And each game had like 3 to 4 expansion passes or expansion packs, whatever you like to call them, and they all cost 15 to 20 euros. So that's the base game, 60 euros plus another 60 euros for a handful of maps, which is absolutely insane. Now, I don't like loot boxes or I don't like microtransactions. I hate microtransactions more than the next guy. But battle passes are great because now everyone gets the new maps for free. Now, I would understand someone saying a game is not finished because it was downright broken, like Cyberpunk was on release. But Modern Warfare 2 is not broken, it runs fine and there are only some minor graphical glitches here and there, and that's that. Really, honestly. Now Call of Duty gets a lot of hate every time a new game comes out, but it's hard to take anyone seriously when people hate on video games just because it's popular to do so, and oh boy, is it popular to hate on Call of Duty. Now sure, there are bad Call of Duty games out there, there are mediocre Call of Duty games out there, and there are good Call of Duty games out there. But remember, it's okay to admit that some Call of Duty games are good, and it's okay to admit that some of them are actually fucking great games. And let us be honest, Modern Warfare 2 2022 is a great fucking game. It's a fully released product. There is nothing wrong with it except the criminal asking price of 80 fucking euros. And that's all I wanted to say. Never would have believed that I would defend a AAA video game with a predatory asking price, but I guess here we are, I guess. Peace out, cupcakes.